Hey everyone, this is Chris, and I thought I'd do a little experimenting tonight. Trying to get some last minute things done for a book on modern web development that I'm trying to get finished up right now. And I've been using parts of this application and some presentations and stuff, but I'm kind of really advancing a page that I haven't done much with up to this point. And I thought I'd take the opportunity to record this and kind of show how my workflow is in kind of creating some of these things using Internet Explorer here with the F12 developer tools, and then going to switch over back and forth with Visual Studio and actually show how I organize the stuff as I go through it. And what I want to do in this session is I want to take this little piece right here, and I'm going to try to turn that into a calendar block, if you will. As you can see, I've got Monday and then a date here, and I've just repeated that right now. Really what I've done is I've just kind of set up some placeholder markup here so I can kind of start applying the styles. So I've got my semantic part down. So what I want to do, I'm going to hit inspect element, which is something you can do with Internet Explorer 11 now. Yay. And the F12 tool should pop up. There we are. And that's going to overlay. Now, for recording purposes, I've bumped my resolution down quite a bit from normal, so this is going to be a little bit bigger than I'm used to working with, but it should not be too much of an issue. Well, first I also want to show I'm going to use an unordered list for this, and hopefully not getting any emails, but what I'm really going to focus on is each individual calendar space. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go ahead and set up the border, and we'll do solid 1 pixel for now, and then we'll give it a color of white, and then we're going to go to the next one, and I'm going to go ahead and undo this so you can kind of see this taking shape here. And let's go ahead and give it some body here, so let's give it a height of, let's just pick 90 pixels for now, and then we'll do a width of 90 pixels, and we'll just kind of see how this plays out in the end. So we got a square here, and well, there's nothing truly exciting about that, but I also want to make this display inline block. There we go. And once we take this, all I should be able to do is just, I should be able to select this and copy that rule. I'm going to use movie showtime -date as my rule. So let me alt tab over to Visual Studio, and we'll plop that sucker in there. Movie showtime date. And we'll define that rule. See how that works. Yeah, I fixed up the curly braces, so I got extra ones there. Let me just get those out of the way. Control KD, get that nice and formatted. We'll save that. Now I'm going to go back because I'm not done yet, and sorry guys, sometimes the alt tab is not cooperating for me today. Let's see. Okay, now I want to move to the Monday part, and let's do this. Let's bump up our font size, and let's make that, let's just pick 1.5 EM and see how big that is. That's about right. I find it's better to use EMs instead of points and pixels for font sizes because it allows them to kind of scale a little nicer. I want to do a text align center. And just to let you know, I have not actually really gotten into this yet. I just wanted to actually do this live just to show kind of how I work here. And let's set a background color. And I'm not really sure what our colors actually are for that, but let's just pick some sort of blue-violet for now. That'll work. Come on. There you go. Whatever that is. We'll come back and clean up the colors a little later. So a lot of times I just want to make sure my theory's working. Okay, I want to do a line height because I'm seeing, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to change that background color. I wanted to see exactly where my box definition was for this. So I want to make the line height, I'd like to do it usually a little higher than the actual font size, because it gives me a little bit of spacing. And there we go. Let's go ahead and do this just to see what this looks like. we're going to go bold here. It looks a little better. Now, this may not allow the 90 pixel thing, that may not really work in the end. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and copy this rule. And notice this one is movie showtime day of week is what the class is. So let's do that. Day of week. And since we know we got that, we'll just paste that in, and that's nice and formatted for us. That's good. So I'm already noticing that my width may not work out at, so let's go ahead and bump that up to 100 pixels for the final product. And we'll go back. Okay. Now, what am I going to do about the actual date there? Alright, this one, we're going to bump this up to, let's say, 4 EMs and see how big that is. That's pretty good. And then we're going to do a text align center. And let's see what the line height makes it look like. And let's do 4.2 EM. Isn't it nice how it just kind of fixes these for us? Okay, so that's not good. We don't want the line height in that, obviously. So we'll just disable that puppy. Let's see. I'm just kind of trying to get it to align a little nicer here. And we get the I want to do top, see what that does. No, that didn't do it. Vertically aligning text has never been my specialty. Okay. Well, see what we're going to do. Let's do this. Margin bottom. Let's give it about 3 pixels. It doesn't seem to do anything. What's the actual border of this element here? It's a little bit taller than the space we've got. That's the problem. Okay, that explains it. So what I'm doing, you see I roll over it? If I keep it selected, it's not going to do it. If we do this, it will, though. If you notice, the line here is actually below the bottom of our calendar box here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Let's go back up to the element. Let's go ahead and bump these up to 100 just for the fun of it. That looks a lot better. Okay, let me take this off so a little clearer. So that actually looks like kind of a calendar like you would have on a tear-off calendar piece. So let's go back to this and we'll save this. And this one's going to be movie showtime day date. So I'll just remember that. Copy the rule. We'll go back to CSS. And I'm putting these kind of in a order that they appear in the markup. So it's kind of a little easier psychologically for me to keep track of what these may relate to in the long run. Okay, so I've got that. Now I've got one more piece I want to work on here before I do a full reload. And come on. The Alt Tab is not cooperating today. There we go. It's been a bad Alt Tab day. Okay, and now one more thing. I want to get this a little spacing here. So what I want to do is margin. Let's give it about 10 pixels on the top, then auto to the left, and let's say, yeah, let's just do that, 10 auto. That should make that. Oh. Sometimes you just got to type it correctly. There we go. But notice how the F12 tools picked up on my syntax error. That was pretty cool. Okay, so that gave us that. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to set the width, let's say, to 80%. There we go. That's what I wanted. And let's go look at the movie showtime dates, and we'll just copy this rule. Click copy the rule. And let's go make it, since it's kind of the parent element, let's do this. And I saved this one for last because I needed to kind of see how that little piece was going to actually look. There's movie showtime dates. Now alt tabs. Let's see, dates. There we go. There we go. It's not cooperating with me here. Let's see. There we go. There we go. And we'll save it, and let's reload the page and see what we got. And still got a little work to make it look exactly like I want, but this is pretty good here. So let's just fix that, because that's not making me happy. Let's go inspect the element, and let's turn that width off. Gotta have a width. Oh, you know what? I know exactly how big it is. It's 7 times 100, so it's a width of 700. Hot diggity. 700 pixels. But we got some border, some issue. Now this is something that can drive you nuts, is trying to track something down like this. So here's what we're dealing with. Let's just make this a little bigger. It's Halloween, sorry guys. There we go. That way we can see it. And our problem is we've got just a little bit more space there than we need. So let's just bump it up. Let's bump it up about 10, no, 20, 30. Well, heck, let's try 80. 800 will work. This is sometimes one of those things you kind of have to play with and see what's going on. But you should get the idea, and hopefully this will be something you can kind of use and run with. Let's go back to here, and we'll just change this to 800 for now. So what I'll do, I'll kind of sit with this and kind of see how it feels to me, and I'll keep adjusting, like that font, the color of that top there. I want to make that a little better, so I'll go back and actually look at my color palette and fix it. I just want to do it really quick for y'all. But that's a little workflow, kind of showing how to do a CSS thing using the Internet Explorer F12 tools. So hopefully this will be useful to you.